Hi, I'm Michelle and I work for Clark Planetarium, and we have teamed up with the county library for tonight's bedtime story. I've got my dog here. Snacks, do you want to come sit by me? He's going to sit by me for this. Read a bedtime story to the dog. And tonight, the story that we're reading is called Astro Girl. It's by Ken Wilson Max. And you know, at the back of the book, it tells you a little about the author sometimes. Ken Wilson Max was born and raised in Zimbabwe, in Africa. And he now lives in London. He's written a few other books as well. So here we go. Astro Girl by Ken Wilson Max. This book is dedicated to my friend Kuldeep and all the other girls who dream of exploring the stars. Astrid had loved the stars and space ever since she could remember. I want to be an astronaut, Astrid told her best friend Jake as they gazed up at the stars. Will you bring me an asteroid when you come back from space? Asked Jake. Of course I will, Jakey. I want to be an astronaut, said Astrid at breakfast. Are you sure? Papa asked. You'll have to go round and round the Earth in your spaceship. He swung her around. I can do that, Astrid said, giggling. What about eating food out of a tube or package every day? I can do that, said Astrid, as she munched on a cereal bar. Okay, Astro Girl, you'll also have to get used to zero gravity. Papa threw her up in the air. I can do that all day long, Astrid laughed. What about all the science experiments? Asked Papa. Could you do those, my brave explorer? No problem, said Astrid, as they made rocket ship cookies. Will a space cadet like you be able to sleep on your own among the stars? Papa asked. I think that will be very hard, but I'll do it, Astrid whispered. At last, it was time to go get Mama. Astrid wore her favorite space t-shirt. At the Space Center, Astrid and her papa moved to the front of the crowd just as the doors opened. Mama! Astrid gave her mama a big kiss. I missed you, said Astrid. I want to be an astronaut just like you, said Astrid. You're my hero. That's the end. But after the book, the story's over, we've got some little tidbits about space and astronauts. It says, Astrid has learned a lot about being an astronaut. The word astronaut comes from two Greek words meaning, astron, meaning star, and nautes, meaning sailor, a star sailor. American astronauts Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin were the first to land on the moon in the lunar module Eagle on July 20th, 1969. The first animal to go into orbit was a dog named Laika on the Russian Sputnik 2 spacecraft on November 3rd, 1957. Valentina Tereshkova from Russia was the first woman in space in 1963. Shannon Lucid from the United States set an early record for the longest time spent in space by a woman, 188 days in 1966. May Carol Jemison, she's my favorite, was the first African-American woman in space in 1992. Helen Sharman was the first British astronaut and the first woman to visit the Mir space station in 1991. Kalpana Chawla was the first woman born in India to go in space in 1997. Space food is freeze-dried, so it won't spill and cause any damage to machines. Fruit, bread, and nuts are okay, as they are. Astronauts train underwater to create the feeling of floating in space. And if you want to hear some more about astronauts, and even some of the astronauts mentioned on this page, you can go to the Clark Planetarium Facebook page, where I did a Clark Classroom Creates about astronauts and making space helmets out of paper mache. You can check that out. Thanks for listening to this bedtime story with me tonight, and I hope that I get to join you again.